Hi there, in this lesson I'm going to show you how to work out the area of a triangle as opposed to a rectangle. So if you look at this kind of shape first, you can see there's a yellow triangle there, but behind it what I've got is a rectangle, a pink rectangle. So if you'd watched the last lesson now, you know what you're doing with the area of a rectangle. You should know how to work out the area of this. So we count the bottom bit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many high is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you do length times breadth, it'll be 5 times 6. And that gives you 30 centimetres squared. Now, if you put the yellow bit, the right angle triangle, back on it, you should be able to see that that's exactly half of the shape. So if you half the 30, you're going to get the area of the yellow bit. So half of 30 is 15. So the area of the triangle there, the right angle triangle, is 15 centimetres squared. Now, I know you can half it straight down the middle, but this is also halved by cutting it diagonally there, if you like. Now, just to prove exactly it's half, if I double it up and put it on the other side, you can see that it's exactly half. Okay, so that leads us to this idea of a formula for a triangle. Again, there's a triangle there, and you're talking about length and breadth. Length being the long bit of the swimming pool, breadth being the short bit. But the area of a triangle is basically length times breadth, similar to the rectangle there, but we have to remember to half it, divide it by 2, because that's what we did over here, isn't it? Now, to shorten that, just area equals L times B divided by 2. Now, this is not the formula I'm going to end up with at the end of the lesson, but this is a formula I like to think just now because it links easier to the rectangle formula. Okay, so find area of the rectangle surrounding it, if you like, and length times breadth, and then make sure you half your answer to maybe get the red bit there. Okay, let's have a go at this. So, first one, we're asked for the area of this yellow triangle. Now, the length and the breadth are 4 and 7, so we need to do 4 times 7 and then divide it by 2. So there's a couple of ways of doing this. You can either start by doing 4 times 7 and getting 28 and then halving your answer, which would give you 14 centimetres squared. Or you could take your 4 part, you could divide it by 2, and that would give you 2 times 7, which gives you 14. That's another way to do it. Okay, and the last one in this slide here, we've got a wee triangle at the bottom. So again, write your formula out. Area equals L times B divided by 2. So the length and the breadth are 3 and 8. So it'd be 3 times 8 divided by 2. Again, first way you could think about it is do 3 times 8, which is 24. Make sure you half your answer, and that would give you 12 metres squared. Notice the metres squared because we're in metres here. Or what you could also do is you could do 8 divided by 2, get your answer of 4, and times it by 3. That would also give you 12. Now, in actual fact, in maths, we actually have a slightly different formula for it. It's okay to use the length times breadth divided by 2, but it's also good to use the correct notation in maths. And we normally label a triangle, instead of length and breadth, base and height. And also, instead of dividing by 2, we multiply by a half in this case here. And I'll just show you this idea if I get a calculator. Basically, dividing by 2 and timesing by a half are the same thing. So if I did 8 divided by 2, you would get 4, right? Fair enough. A half is 0.5, isn't it? And if I times 0.5 by 8, I get 4. So timesing by a half and dividing by 2 are exactly the same things mathematically. So this is the formula I would like to use from now on, this half times base times height. Just keep practice getting used to it. I'll do a couple of examples using that formula and show you what I mean. The actual maths is exactly the same, it's just a formula that's slightly different. Okay, so here's 2 examples. Calculate the area of these right angle triangles. So I've got the first one, I've written the formula, area equals a half times base times height. Now I've got the base, which is 12, and I've got the height, which is 9. Same as length and breadth, okay? So I'm doing a half times 12 times 9. Again, you could do 12 times 9 and then half your answer, or you could half the 12 and get 6 and do 6 times 9. That's what I've done here. I've halved the 12 and I've got 6 times 9 because that's easier, and that's 54 metres squared. Right, this one's a wee bit tricky because I've given you 3 numbers here, but we just want the base and the height of the triangle to use in a formula. So actually a number there that we don't want to use. Now if we look at this here, the base and the height are the numbers surrounding the right angle. So those are the numbers we're looking for. You can see it there. There's the base, it's like below the right angle, and there's the height, which is next to the right angle. So if we notice, it's these two numbers here we're looking for. This 9 is just there as an addition, but it doesn't help us at all, and we're not going to use it. So basically we're doing a half times 8 times 7. Now again, as before, you could do 7 times 8 and then half your answer, but I'm going to do half of 8. I think that's easier, which is 4 times 7, and then your answer would be 28 meters squared. Again, you could do 7 eighths or 56 and half it, but this is the formula I would like you to try in your jotters.